St. George Island in northern Florida in Franklin County, and I'm here in what used to be called the state of Muscogee, which is now under my feet, which was a confederation of the remains of Apalachee people and different Muscogean peoples, along with the Spanish and English-speaking populations of modern North Florida centered around Tallahassee. Behind me is a sign dedicating William Augustus Bowles, who was the founder of this state. In history, there are many great men, great people in general, and you have a lot of people who are like George Washington, but you also have a lot of people who are like Bowles, in that they had dreams and projects much larger than them, which they spent their entire life dedicated to, and the world simply did not have their dreams and ambitions in mind for its greater narrative. And that is the case here, and this is why I describe it as being under my feet rather than I'm here in the state of Muscogee, because the state of Muscogee only existed for a short period of time. Bowles had a dream of uniting the southeastern woodland people against Spain and against the United States and creating an independent state. And this dream did succeed for a time. He centered his capital in what is today, I believe, called Muscogee, near modern Tallahassee. However, this would not last. Earlier today, I was in Castillo de San Marcos de Apalachee, which is a former Spanish fort in Wakulla County. And he occupied that fort under the belief that he and his guerrilla tactics in the southeastern woodlands in northern Florida, in the swamps, could succeed in creating a state. His idea was like he was going to be a guerrilla with his Seminole and Creek tribes right up until he moved the presence of Spain and the United States out of the area and could successfully start the state building process. However, he could not get off his feet. And that is why I say that his state is under my feet, because his state never truly got his chance to succeed. The Apalachee people, who his state was based around their traditional territory, no longer exist, their language going extinct in the late 18th century, I believe. And the Muscogean peoples, who he based his state off of, along with various remnants of Timucuan and Cherokee and other southeastern woodland people, they do not have a presence in North Florida anymore. The closest thing you will find is in the Everglades, where you have the Seminole people still remaining in their reservations in Hollywood. Augustus Bowles was a pragmatist. He went to every institution and every place he could find to find his backing, and there is a debate on what his legacy is, as someone who was simply looking for an opportunity for power, or as someone who genuinely believed in the independence and the long-lastingness of the native peoples of this area. I have no place to comment because Bowles died in a Havana prison long ago, and his country with it. However, I can say that in the minds of many, his nation still very much did exist. It has its place in the history books, even if it doesn't have a place in the modern world. The Indian people who lived in this area, they are not dead. Many of them are. The Apalachee are gone. The Timucuan haven't existed in centuries. But their remnants in the Seminole tribe and many other tribes are still very much there. You go to different parts of North Florida and you will see people flying the flag of the state of Muscogee, even if they have no connection to it beyond the land they live on. That is the history of this place. Even if we, the modern inhabitants, don't have any direct lineage from it, we live on that land and we choose not to forget it. At least the few of us who do choose to do our research. And that is why I'm here making this video, is you watching this video likely looked up the state of Muscogee to see what it was. And I am here with the state of Muscogee under my feet to tell you that it no longer exists. There's not even remnants of it left in the area where it once was. However, it is not forgotten. William Augustus Bowles, being a pragmatist, an opportunist, a demagogue, or a builder of a nation that simply wasn't meant to be, he has many of those legacies. However, this state did exist, and that is what I'm here. Not to give you an opinion, but simply to say this is the place where it once existed.